Hi, everybody. We are back with part 3 of tonight's episode of Play to Find Out Longfall. We are CSI Okurando tonight.
Yeah, good old. Okay, so let's recap what you've learned so far. Zajay noticed the seal of the Grounders.
Yep, there's a seal of the Grounders drawn in debris and fruit and stuff.
There appears to have been a scuffle between multiple groups of individuals.
Yep.
That descended into a brawl.
People are weirdly quiet about it. There's not a lot of people in the streets talking and stuff for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if Azelka's moving over, we can talk before I have a thing I was gonna try to do, but yeah, if we're gonna meet back up, we can.
What were you gonna tell me? What you were gonna try to do?
I want to try to go in and talk. I want to try and go in and talk
for her to show up before or after that happens.
Okay, I wanted to try to go in and talk to anyone at the temple and see if they have if anyone happened to be there last night or anyone happened to know if see anything when they came in early this morning or I know he said I know Yuki said he was, but it sounds like they're a little to talk to him, and I actually go to church.
Yeah. Azelka, what do you want to do?
I mean, I was gonna go and tell him to go and talk to the people.
Yeah, so that's exactly what happens. So, Zajay, you are on your way.
Yeah. So I tell her what I've noted, and then I'll slither on into the church or temple.
Do you, I mean, how religious are you two? Do you know what the Grounders are?
I don't think that Azilka is very religious, but out of character, I don't remember what the Grounders are, but it sounds to
the Grounders are the force of pseudo, at this point they're sort of portrayed as pseudo demonic entities that forced the civilized races to leave the ground. There was a massive war that destroyed everything, and the only way they were able to escape it was to take off in the city.
I feel like even if I was not very religious, that I would have a...
I mean, it would be like not knowing who the devil is.
Yeah, I would at least know that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And... how do I say this? I think that kind of lore, that kind of storytelling, would have been something that would happen on the Aetherkin ships.
Yeah, with that in mind, I think often you heard people joking about, because the Aetherkin kind of see the Grounders were never really a threat to the Aetherkin.
Right. Because they were not confined to the ground.
Yeah, they never were. They always had the ability to create aether vessels. And so they're kind of the Grounders are just kind of I'm sure there's even folk tales of Aetherkin heroes meeting with the Grounders and having conversations with them. But obviously none of that's true, or at least you don't think it's true.
Obviously none of that's true.
It's sort of like changelings, right?
Okay.
There's no proof that it never happened, but it makes a lot more sense that it didn't.
There's no way there could be proof that it
There's
ever
no way
happened.
there could be proof that it ever happened, and so a lot of people have just kind of written it off.
And other people take the fact that if it had happened, there'd be no proof as proof.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Is creationism a thing? Mm-hmm. It's sort of like that.
Okay. So interesting. Interesting.
If you want to think about like if you want to think about like how the Aetherkin talk about the Grounders, think like Irish mythology to do with the Fae, like in fairy folk.
So like to the other races, they're like, oh, those are evil demons, stay away. And to the Aetherkin, it's like, oh, they're weird, but like, you know, evil's
they're
evil's a different.
like weird, but they were never
Yeah.
like really a problem for
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
They're weird, and they'll totally kill you on a whim, but they have their own set of morals that are just vastly different than ours.
They're weird, and that's what makes them dangerous, not the fact that they're just monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Interesting.
And in that sort of way, Aetherkin, and this is sort of why there are a lot of people that are exclusively from the city and aren't Aetherkin that are kind of like, are Aetherkin really like okay? Like, there's a little bit of Aetherkin racism because, especially up in the church, because were you actually part of the city? Are you actually part of the city? Kind of, not really. You don't need the city, so.
I mean, we kind of need the city, but only kind of.
Right, like it's a really weird, really just like because there's an Aetherkin architect.
Not exist without the Aetherkin, but the Aetherkin could do it without the city. It would be hard, but they could do it.
It would not as well, and not maybe as large a population.
Oh, exactly.
I guess.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I don't know what to make of that information.
As a player or as a character?
As a player for sure, but also as a character because I don't know as a player.
I mean, every couple months something weird happens and someone brings the cult to the ground, right? Like there's like all those myths about them. Like there's this like there's regularly, the church generally leads it. It's not the police that do this, but there are like witch hunts for like people that worship the ground.
Boop, 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 boop. Okay.
So maybe this was like someone who actually does worship the ground trying to profane this religious site, but that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that Zilka has enough information about the rest of the situation to have that puzzle piece fit into a picture.
I would agree. I'm telling you logical conclusions that you could come to.
Right. I guess I'm just saying that, which means that Izilka just kind of like takes this all in and just mentally checks a box.
So what is
sending Zajay inside?
Yeah, so you know, whereas Zajay basically told you, hey, I saw like a fairy ring over there, and Zajay basically told you by saying the exact same words, oh, there's a bunch of inverted crosses and pentagrams over there.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's a very different like interpretation of the same symbol.
Mm-hmm.
So what's everybody doing?
I'm heading inside to do the.
Yeah, and I think Azilka is just gonna look around, like, I don't know, dust for prints or whatever, on the something like that, and get out of Zajay's hair.
Let me see. I don't just want to have to keep you guys making perception rolls until you get a really good one and find something out. So I'm gonna say roll logic for that.
Is this something that I could use my perk for? Which perk is this?
Profession cop?
Examining a crime scene, yes. Profession cop.
So if no, not that one.
Well-rounded.
Well, I think well-rounded. Anytime you use what is my investigation? Oh, you're going to make me do logic. I'm actually good at logic. I have something I thought. Knowledge, city bureaucracy. No, that's not gonna be it. Okay, never mind.
Based on the information that Zajay was able to find for you, take an advantage.
Okay, so I've got 2 advantages. And
Unless you want to spend legend points.
Do that logic.
no, I'm good on legend points. So
Sheesh.
13.
These are rolling really bad.
We are.
Really bad.
But you're still succeeding on different types of rolls, so you're getting some kind of information. You're just
If
not.
we
But
add up
we're-
enough partial successes, will we succeed?
Hopefully.
I think you notice that two things happen. The crowd is starting to like grow pretty significantly. Like people are still coming, but no one is still saying anything. So that definitely weirds you out.
Yeah.
Like just deathly silence. And there's a very clear to kind of spin off of the whole there were multiple groups fighting. It's very clear that 2 groups started fighting and then a third intervened based on the evidence
Gotcha.
you've been able to find. Like there's very clearly like scuffle, somebody runs in or some group of people run in.
Who gets
Can
in
I
the
tell
middle of
what
the?
direction that third group came from?
The third group, just like the others appear to originate. The others appear to originate from the temple and the like shops across the way, respectively, which makes sense with the rest of the evidence you have. But it's very difficult to pin down exactly where or who that third group came from.
Interesting.
And that does sort of
Okay.
work with the theory that Yuki presented, that a fight started based on something that happened in the temple. Now we'll cut over to Zajay doing his thing.
Okay. I guess do the like.
There's like a priestess.
Right. I was like, would they have a different, like a special, like some sort of title for this, like, or would it just be like priest or priestess,
It would be a
like speaker or something? Like,
she would be a priestess.
Okay.
It's a tall.
Is that how they would be addressed? Like, would I say
You-
priestess or would I say like?
You'd probably say mother or father.
Okay.
Like a Catholic priest.
Okay. Makes sense.
Mother, yeah, her name. I mean, you know this woman. You know this woman because she's like either supplied, preached, or whatever. Her name is Mother Atwa.
Mother
She's a
Atwa.
Rainuan woman. It's not of all the like sort of races that sort of float between the various like service to the various architects. The Rainuans by far do it the most. So that's not uncommon.
Sure.
She's mother to, yeah, she is she's like talking to, she's in the process of talking to Yuki Tanto.
Okay.
And you come up on the tail end of a conversation with him just being like, you have to give me something here. I know you all were here last night. Please, we're just trying to figure out what happened. And that's the tail end of the conversation you come in on.
Okay. Would I would know Officer Tonto, right? Like.
Yeah, you would know. You would at least know of him if you've never met him personally.
Okay. Yeah. Or at least I feel like I would have been told his name, and like we would have like what was at the last crime scene? Like, hey, that's Officer Tonto or whatever.
You've definitely been introduced.
Yeah. Yeah, so I like slither on over, like Officer Tonto, Mother Atwa, and I like give the religious whatever.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
If there's like a sign or something.
Yeah. Officer Fowl. He just looks at you. He's like, Officer Fowl. Here. Yes.
I was just gonna. It sounds like you guys were talking about last night.
Yeah. Yes. Mother. The mother here was being difficult. Excuse me. I am asking a very simple question of what you saw happen last night. And she just kind of just like shrugs like, I'm not going to say anything. You're not going to get me to say stuff. It's very clear that she doesn't want to talk to Yuki.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether or not she'd be more receptive to you, it's kind of hard to tell.
Tux wants to do something. Zaja
What does
probably
Tux
wouldn't
wanna
lie
do?
like this.
What does Tux want to do?
I was gonna say I could pretty easily be like, hey Yuki, Izelka wanted to talk to you about something. But Zaja wouldn't just lie like that.
I mean, Zaja's in kind of a dark mood. Maybe this is the first step on the dark path for Zaja.
I think instead of that,
Try it.
Zaja is gonna like
It's so
kind of notice that like there's a little weird tension between the two of them, and I think he's just gonna start like getting her to talk about the church and like just like the architects or like the faith, kind of like switch the topic to both get her like talking. And a by effect of that will probably be Yuki will be like, oh, they're just talking about weird church stuff. I'm gonna leave. And so I saw like, oh,
roll
like-
your learning to attempt to bore Yuki into leaving, please.
Okay, cool. I'll put a point. 19.
It takes a while, but yeah, eventually Yuki's just after she quotes like scripture like the fourth time, Yuki's just like,
Right.
I'm
And
gonna
it's
go
like
do my job. You two have fun.
and it's definitely not it's not like there's a little bit of like, oh, maybe if I talk to her about like religion, you'll get her to open up more. But like like he's actually talking to her about the stuff. Like he's actually interested in hearing about it. Like because like probably one of the he asks like, oh, I hope the what happened last night didn't interfere with any of the services and like.
Well, luckily there aren't any services until later this afternoon. Although odds are it will interfere with those.
That's a shame. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll be able to get things taken care of, so you can do what you need to do. It looks down and then like tilts head back and forth a little bit, and then it looks back up like, if you do know anything, telling us will really help be able to take care of this.
Can you roll persuasion for me?
Would my pure-hearted happen
Definitely.
to help? Okay.
Taking advantage because you just engaged in her with a fairly interesting religious conversation, at least to her.
Would that be 2 advantage then for pure-hearted and
Two
then my
advantage, yes.
Okay. 2. Boop. Boop. 25.
Yeah, she just looks at you and she kind of just sighs. There were some kids that were misbehaving, and some of our laity took it a little too far.
You cut out for a second. What was that?
So there were some kids who were misbehaving, and some of our laity took it a little too far. You could ask follow-up questions.
Yeah,
I would
like
advise that you do.
right because it's like Zaja like just thinking back to like the blood and like as much turmoil as it looked out there. Like it looks like it kind of looks like there was a bit more than just a little kerfuffle between a few rowdy kids out there.
There was. She looks out in the and even though you're inside the building, it's very clear that she's looking in the direction of that symbol,
Mm-hmm.
the seal of the grounders, and she just like makes like religious gesture, whatever it is in this. She probably like crosses herself differently, whatever it is in this setting.
I feel like it's like, since the religion's very like mentally based and like about like increasing like being as like studying and being as smart as you can be to contribute to society. Like I feel like it has something to do with like the forehead or something like that. Like
Yeah, I'm sure there's something to do with the forehead, like pressing your like the pads of your hands, your
something like that.
She like does that, and then she says, "I don't think the kids knew what they were doing when they drew that symbol, but naturally, excuse me,
Bless
Did
you.
it start because of the symbol?
I think so."
So that was.
I don't know. I didn't see the beginning. I just saw a few people dragging the kids up the steps. And then I ran inside and called the police.
Would you happen to remember anybody specifically that we could try to talk to?
I never got the kids. I don't know the kids. They don't go here. But the person that was leading the group of laity that attacked them, his name is Kijiro. He's a Nekokin. He's very devout.
Okay.
When I came back out from calling the police, there was someone else on the ground getting beat. By the laity, and she's like clearly, this is like clearly bothering her that she's even saying this. She's like, these people are faithful and they were doing the right thing, they just took it too far.
Mm-hmm.
As the right thing as beating up children for graffitiing in free
Right, and this is like I can appreciate I can appreciate that, but it's like they took it way, like she's like, oh, they took it a little too far, and Zachi's like, they took it way too far.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So he like kind of gets the details.
Yeah,
down,
and
then,
she gives you the description of a Rainuan woman.
Oh, okay. That was also there.
Yeah, the Rainuan woman was the one getting beat.
Oh,
You're a Hawaiian woman with two.
I can't really. I really shouldn't ask if she was also missing her two left arms.
I mean, you can ask for other distinguishing features.
Yeah. I guess like the Rainuan woman. He like pencil kind of like goes like a little weird when he's writing, but he just keeps writing, and then like did this Rainuan woman have any distinguishing features that we could try to find her?
None that I could see. It was very dark, but
Okay.
She did pull a firearm.
Oh. I'm like, this guy's in his head like, yeah, that's probably my boss.
She did pull a firearm and shoot one of the laity, and that's when the fight broke off.
Okay.
I tried to help her, but she seemed to be, maybe she suffered some type of head injury because she didn't seem to hear me.
Okay.
Who would use a firearm when you've got two big robot punchy arms?
Well, maybe those punchy arms had just been broken.
Yeah, but come on. Think a bunch of kids are gonna break the robot arms?
Oh no,
I
these were
think
like
not.
grown-ass men beating up children.
Yeah. Okay, he finishes writing down and like, okay, that should be good. Thank you very much, Mother. And he gives the symbol, and I'll take this back. Hopefully we can get this taken care of.
Please, thank you, child. Please, if you find them, make sure everyone gets what they deserve. And it's very clear that she's like, punish the kids. Don't punish my people.
And Zajay says, of course, everyone will be going to jail tonight. that's what Zajay is thinking. Everyone, a lot of people committed crimes tonight. They're all, trust me, they're all like, of course, everyone will, justice will prevail tonight.
Uh-huh. Perfect. Lyle, what are you helping out Azelka somehow? Like, what are you doing?
So who all is in this crowd?
Would you like to roll a perception check?
Yeah, I want to see who's up in this crowd. Do I get any advantage?
Oh yeah, just take like you get one for. You basically get one for the role you already did where people aren't talking and you realize that's not going to be a way you get information from people.
Yeah, I'm trying to single out notable looking individuals in the crowd.
Like, yeah, like you're looking for anybody who's like hushing other
19.
people.
19.
Oh yeah, you see a very you see a Naga man. He appears to be like whispering to people.
Multiple people?
Yeah, like people will like come over, like try to talk to him, and he'll just like shush them very visibly.
All right.
You also notice that his hand is wrapped. Maybe like it's hurt.
All right. Yeah, I walk over to him. And
He just looks at you like, "Why are you coming over?"
I hold out my badge and I say, "Sir, I'm with the police. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?"
I really have to be going here very quickly. I need to pick up my daughter.
It should only take a couple minutes of your time. We can even talk on the go if you need to walk somewhere.
Yeah, please. Will you follow me?
Sure,
And
I follow.
starts to like lead you away from the rest of the party.
That's fine. Look, I'm the only one in the party who is Mr. Has a Gun.
I have 4 hands.
I technically also have a gun.
Technically
Yeah, but
also
your
have a
gun's
gun.
like a lame, not magic gun.
True. That
My-
is fair.
My gun is a magic gun.
You know, that's fair. My gun is just a regular old gun.
And it's very obviously not a normal gun.
Yeah, it's very clearly like a supercharged.
Yeah, so people like every time I point it at someone, they're like, "Oh shit! Not only does that guy have a gun, it looks like a super magic gun."
I mean, it's like the difference between it's like the difference between pointing a 38 special and like a Desert Eagle at someone.
It's the greatest handgun ever made.
Basically.
I'll show you why they call me Revolver.
So yeah, he starts to like lead you like around the corner.
So I guess I ask him, you know anything about what happened at the church last night?
Noticeably silent.
See, the thing about questions is you probably should answer them.
He like looks up at you. He like motions you to come closer.
All right, I come closer. Hold me closer, Tiny Dancer.
So you get to where your head's right next to his, and he's like, like boxes you around the ears real hard and takes off running.
How much of a lead does he get on me?
I'm gonna see.
You chose the wrong person to run through. I have hunter instincts out the wazoo.
Or maybe I did because I wanted to give you a chance to like show off for a second.
I literally have a thing of that is an ability that gives me the scent of a bloodhound when I'm tracking people. You cannot escape me.
He's gonna get one advantage because you're faster than him because he's surprising you.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was like, oh, give me that cool scoopy secret.
Advantage.
20.
What's your guard?
Whew, my guard is 15.
You are deafened.
Ow.
Target cannot hear as long as the effect persists. You automatically fails perception rolls based solely on hearing.
Well,
Perception rolls based partially on hearing can be supplemented by another sense. Suffer 3 disadvantage.
Hey, Bane.
okay.
So yeah, he just wham, and your ears are just like ringing the entire time, and he's gonna sprint off.
All right. I chase him down.
Can you roll your let's do opposed agility rolls, please?
Sure.
The consequence being if he gets away from you, like if he beats you, he's gonna get away enough and he's gonna get a chance to hide.
Okay.
No advantage unless you want to spend legend points.
I guess I'm not tracking him.
Not yet, no.
I'm chasing him.
You're pursuing, you're not tracking.
Okay.
Tracking would imply that you couldn't, like, he was away from you.
Yeah, I will spend a legend point to get an advantage die on my 5 agility, which should be a pretty good roll.
Right, roll it up.
How's a 16 do you? 23?
He just does not have very good agility. He only has a 2.
God damn.
No, he's just rolling really well.
He just rolled a 19.
Yeah.
So yeah, he goes and you see him like duck into a cafe. He's gonna try to hide.
Well, I can now track him.
There you go.
Using my scent perk.
Oh dear.
I can use a focus action to lock onto a particular scent and maintain its relative location as long as it remains within 60 feet of me.
Nice.
Oh dear.
Furthermore, I gain advantage 1 on attempts to track that creature if it has left a scent trail.
He has left a scent trail.
Which I'm assuming he's people.
He is people.
Yeah.
He is people. You are tracking him.
Okay.
He is hiding in a place you can't see him. So
I can walk into the building.
Yeah, but he's like you wouldn't notice him at a glance, so like being able to see isn't really helpful in this situation.
Right.
You're trying to like hear and or smell him. So you're gonna roll your perception to try and find him.
Advantage 1.
Advantage 1, disadvantage 3, so you're at disadvantage 2.
Oof.
Because you're deafened.
Is there any way I can like levy that?
Tell me how, and then we'll talk about it.
I mean, obviously, I'm using my other senses. I'm using my scent, which is like very good. And also, I feel like using that. I got a good look of him with that perception check earlier. So like, you know, I could eliminate the people who aren't snake people. And I could be like, he's wearing this color jacket or whatever.
Yeah, we'll say, yeah. Just roll it. Tell you what, we'll say it because you know his description. You're just rolling at 1 disadvantage, all right?
Okay, 1 disadvantage. 1 disadvantage. Let's hope for a good one.
Ah!
I rolled a 3 and 1, and if I didn't have disadvantage, it would have been a plus 29.
Holy shit!
God damn.
Damn.
It's
That
fine.
8 exploded 3 times.
It's fine. As long as he doesn't get away from 60 feet of me, I can still track him.
Wow.
60 feet is a long distance.
Oh, man.
I'm in hot pursuit.
Yeah, you are. You bumble into. Yeah, but you're like going, and you like push open a door, and in there are a bunch of dudes smoking red eye.
No.
And they all like look mega high, look up at you, and look at your badge. There are three dudes, I think, and you know he's on the other side of this room. He's somewhere in here. There are 3 really basically guys that are on meth. Just saw a cop bust in while they were smoking, and they start going for weapons.
That's fine. I can maneuver through them. I literally have feats that let me
Oh, yeah.
maneuver through a combat situation.
Let's roll. Would you like to roll initiative?
I mean, I don't intend to fight these guys. I intend to go past them.
I mean, if you don't intend to fight these guys, you can just move past them. Yeah, but they're going to
Yeah.
be pursuing you.
Sure.
Make an agility check for me.
This just means I gotta move faster.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast with 5 agility. That shouldn't be hard.
Shouldn't be. Tonight is
Come
proof
on,
otherwise.
roll 20 algorithm. Be with me.
All right. Want me to roll first?
Come
my
on!
God, it's a 5. It's a critical miss.
Oh my god!
I don't know if this system has critical misses, but that's a 1 on the d20.
I don't think it does.
So these guys just tackle. So these 3 guys just tackle you and just start wailing on you.
Sure.
Use the magic gun.
So they all are going to get a 3 shot at you.
Can I use my evasive footwork feat to weave in and out of combat?
I feel like that lets you move without taking attacks of opportunity. That was let you try and run away without fighting.
I see.
But you desperately failed. So I've already made 2 attacks. I'm going to make 1 more. If any of them beat your guard, take the difference
Okay.
in damage.
So it's these might rolls?
Yes.
Okay, my guard
So-
is 15, so the first one misses.
You take
the
3
second
and then
one-
2.
3
So
and
you
then
take
2.
5 total.
That isn't bad at all. Because my HP is 24, and now it is 19.
So yeah, these guys are just like punching at you. We cut back to the rest of your party, and they're like, are you guys just like, where'd Lyle go?
Yeah, I mean, I come out like after like, yeah. So that's what I got. That's what I got from the mother. Where's Lyle?
Oh, he went to and Izuka like looks around and realizes that
Where did he
he's
go?
not there. Cause like she looks up from like collecting evidence on the what you call it thing.
Yeah, the data slate. Yeah.
And it's like he went to go see if he could talk to anyone in the crowd.
Oh,
And
Yes.
I'm not quite sure where he went.
Would you like to try and find him?
Yeah.
I think so.
You
Yeah.
could ask pretty much literally anyone in this
Yeah,
crowd.
I think
Where did that officer go?
Mm-hmm.
Where did the human with the scarf go?
Yeah, I think Zadu does just like
police
walk up to someone like the crowd, and he just slithers over
There's
there.
not really police uniforms per se.
You
Yeah.
have like the badge.
Yeah, I think Zadu slithers over to the crowd and kind
Yeah,
of
but
like
Lyle wears his badge on his shoulder, so like,
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
clearly visible for you.
yeah, he like Zadu like hold his shirt up a little bit and like to show the badge a little bit. And did someone with wearing this go past here?
I think they all just look at you for a second and they like think, and then they just point at like a building that kind of looks run down, a couple couple buildings over.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Doodle-doodle.
Slither.
So you're on the floor. 3 dudes are on top of you, trying to beat you up. Lyle, what do you do?
I get out of there without any attacks of opportunity. I just leave.
So you
I maneuver around the battlefield with ease. My combat momentum feat.
Yeah, I think you do that. I think you like shove them off and you start to run again.
Yeah.
It occurs to you guys that you could just ice these plebs.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I built a fast moving combat character.
You did, and I'm trying to give you an opportunity to just murder these guys while you're running.
No, they're fine. They're fine. They didn't do enough, except for smoke meth.
Red Eye is like super illegal.
Red Eye is also super dangerous. He's probably gonna be dead in a couple weeks anyway.
Yeah, forget about him.
Wow.
I've got bigger perps to catch.
So, yeah, you get to like a cupboard at like the back of the room, and you open it up, and the guy's in there, and he's just like,
good.
And the red eye addicts are starting to run behind you, and then Zajay and Iselka come in.
Hello.
I put my hand.
And then you see like three very high gentlemen covered in like red iris shapes turn around and look at you, and are just like,
Hello, gentlemen.
What I do is I put one hand on the guy holding him there in the closet, and I point my gun at the 3 addicts, and I say, "I'm only here for this guy. Go about your business."
and they just like look at the 3 of you. And then I think one of them just like walks over to a window nearby and just like opens it up and just motions for his friends to climb out.
Wait, what were they? Do I see drugs or like just laying on like?
Oh yeah.
Okay, now like whoa, no, like slither over. No. Like I point at the drugs. Consumption of red eye is a whatever offense. Like I list off the thing from the list of laws.
We just found it here. You could like see his like teeth are missing. Like,
Yeah, and Izilka is like rolling her eyes at this, but not stopping Zajay.
Right.
Especially after she like looks over and makes sure that Lyle is like all right.
Can I hear now?
Lip. Lyle's got like a fat lip, but he's fine.
Can here's a question. Can I hear?
Yeah, you can hear this.
Okay. The hearing has returned to my ears.
It only lasts a minute.
Yeah. So yeah, Zada is just going on about like by the authority of the Okurando Police Department, I'm placing you under arrest for consumption of like illegal contraband, and like if you get on the like just going through like the Okurando Miranda rights of like.
So the Naga is like looking at you and is like, I'm guessing I'm under arrest.
Do they just bolt out the window or do they just take it?
You're pointing a very large gun at them.
A very large magical gun. Thank you.
Obviously magical gun.
Yeah.
I think I make a point of saying like if you cooperate and are able to provide information, like your sentence may be lesser. Like I'm like trying to give them like a hey, like help us out because we're cops.
Just roll persuasion.
Okay.
Please let us arrest you.
Please let us arrest you.
24.
So yeah, they're like, okay, fine. They're kind of like, get arrested, get shot, get arrested.
Right, exactly.
Get arrested.
Yeah.
Much appreciated, gentlemen. And I like pull out my
one.
restraints and I start to get like.
So Izelka,
Yeah.
What are you doing right now? Are you just like, this is absurd?
Hey, I made 3 arrests. I'm doing pretty good.
Now you gotta transfer. You made 3 arrests for a crime you weren't supposed to be investigating with evidence that you happened upon.
That's how
Very
cops work.
circumstantial.
That's how cops work.
Zilka is
I'm sure
like,
you'll meet your monthly quota.
pinching the bridge of her beak, and like looking between the two of you and sighs heavily. Did any of you learn anything about what happened last night?
I look at you and I go, I'm about to. And then I turn back to the guy I've got pinned in the closet. Isn't that right?
Yes, officer. There were some kids trying to profane the church, and a bunch of us decided that that wasn't okay. And then a woman came up and shot me in the hand. He like raises his like bandaged hand.
Can you describe the woman at all?
Rainuin, missing both of her left arms. They were replaced with prosthetics. Lots of jewelry.
Hmm.
Big sword.
All right, that's fine enough. I cuff him and I push him towards Zajay and Izelka, and is like, "Book this guy for beating up children and evading an officer."
Zilka sighs very heavily.
Oh, we should call somebody for prisoner transport.
Nods like, yes, we should.
Izelka, how are you feeling right now? Like you're obviously annoyed. What's like?
Hey, we made 4 arrests. We're doing pretty good.
We go into Izelka's head for a minute, and we get your internal monologue.
The internal monologue is like, we are not getting anything useful.
It does seem like at this point you could maybe draw the conclusion that this was an unrelated incident to Alicia Raw getting hypnotized.
All right. It sounds like she came upon this like separately, just kind of happened to.
Yeah, well, she was.
How she
still
got
under the
there
influence.
is probably fairly important, but like.
I don't know if you're going to be able to figure that out based on this crime scene alone.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we're gonna have to like, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we even can do that.
I mean, I think that this makes a lot. I think this revelation makes it make a lot more sense in Lyle's mind, because I feel like he wouldn't know Logan as someone to leave behind a big mess like a crime scene.
Oh no, Logan.
So if she was under the influence of Logan's powers, it's more understandable that she just happened into this.
Yeah.
The only way Logan leaves a crime scene is he leaves an orgy of evidence just so that like he can get someone he doesn't like convicted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Noted. Do we fade?
So,
do we fade on Izelka being like annoyed, or was there something else we want to do
I
with the
think
scene?
so. Like, I mean, I think basically Izelka is annoyed because it's like, okay, what we have here is basically proof that she was at the scene and shot a guy, but
Who was actively beating her.
True, but she doesn't remember it.
And he was part of a
So-
group of guys that were actively beating up kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that there's definitely like this, like, all we've done is made it more complicated for her. And so Izelka is kind of annoyed. It's like, yes, these people need to be arrested. I don't know about the red eye addicts. They may be a lost cause, but that's neither here nor there. And
Oh, those are going to be open and shut cases. Like they're just going to jail. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
well, I mean, like, if they're gonna go to jail and then they're gonna come out and they're gonna get addicted to red eye and then they're going to die because they're addicted to red eye, and we're just delaying the inevitable.
You're not
You're probably
wrong.
already addicted to
You're very
it.
nihilistic, aren't you?
Just today.
Just today.
We have to put them through rehabilitation.
So, do you want to take our last break there and then come back and do some little downtime stuff?
Did we
Or
want to check on the person whose name I got, or
You can. You don't have
Yeah.
to. You could always just turn that into Yuki, and he'll go arrest them for you.
That's
but he'll
true.
Get the credit for it. Like,
Yeah, I think that's actually probably the best way to deal with it, and maybe maybe Zajay will mention that you've got this name, and like, should we go after him? And then Izilka will like let go of the pinch on the bridge of her nose beak and be like, "You've already made enough arrests for today. Why don't you give that to Yuki? He'd be very appreciative."
Zaj's also completely unaware that you're like totally annoyed because he doesn't like his face is just in his notes and like, oh, good idea. And I like slither over to Yuki.
Of course.
are you getting a little bit annoyed with that notepad? All right, so let's take our last break there, unless you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good. Yeah, let's take it.
Coolio. That will be our third break for tonight. Come back in a few minutes for the last portion of our episode 5 of Play to Find Out Longfall. See you in a bit. Push button. There we go.